In national news, there's been a breakthrough on the debt ceiling negotiations. Leaders say they may have reached a final deal, with the U.S. House expected to vote on it this Wednesday. ABC's Elizabeth Schultz has the latest.
This morning, with just days until the government runs out of cash, President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy striking a deal.
The agreement prevents the worst possible crisis, a default, for the first time in our nation's history.
Biden and McCarthy finalizing the agreement over the weekend. The 99-page bill would suspend the debt ceiling until January 1st, 2025, and put new restraints on government spending over the next 2 years.
It doesn't get everything everybody wanted, but that's in divided government. That's where we end up.
Among the compromises, most federal spending would stay flat next year, while defense spending would increase. $20 billion in new funds for the IRS would be cut over 2 years. Unused COVID relief money clawed back. Social Security, Medicaid, and veterans benefits would stay intact.
How confident are you today that this bill will pass on Wednesday?
You're going to have Republicans and Democrats be able to move this to the president. The president agreed with this bill as well.
But some House Republicans are already vowing to vote against the bill, saying spending cuts aren't deep enough, while progressive Democrats are blasting new work requirements on federal aid programs, including time limits on how long some Americans up to age 54 can receive food assistance. Those limitations would be phased in and would end by 2030 unless renewed again by Congress.
Mr. President, what do you say to members of your own party who say you've made too many concessions in this deal?
They'll find I didn't.
Until the bill passes both the House and the Senate, the U.S. is still at risk of being unable to pay its bills.
We are real people. You know, this isn't a game. These are people's lives.
Single mom of 4, Megan Hollinger in West Virginia, who relies on Medicaid and SNAP benefits, tells us she worries her payments could be delayed.
So there are other bills that either are going to go unpaid or we're not going to eat. I mean, it's just as simple as that.
Both President Biden and Speaker McCarthy are urging swift bipartisan passage of the bill. It would eliminate the threat of a default until after the 2024 presidential election, setting up yet another high-stakes showdown at that time. The president now says he's looking into whether he can invoke the 14th Amendment to bypass Congress in future debt ceiling debates. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, the White House.